here we are around the planet for the month of December, Christmas. I'm super excited for that. Also, I'm excited to introduce Jon Horn.
Hi.
So, Jon, thank you so much for willing to be interviewed.
Absolutely.
Let's go ahead and just jump right in and get started.
Cool.
I mean, obviously, I know you, so it's been really fun to watch your career grow. Why don't you tell the Planet family a little bit about what you do now, and then maybe what you did before this job?
Yeah, absolutely. So right now, I'm a sales manager at Planet Hyundai. I've been doing that for about 4 years-ish.
Okay.
And before that, I was a salesperson for 5 years at Hyundai again, so a total of 9 years here. Before that, I was a salesperson with Cutco Cutlery, actually,
That's right.
selling knives and teaching, and I ran a couple offices for them, so teaching them how to sell knives and doing all that.
So they're great knives.
Yeah, they're awesome. I have way too many at home.
I'm sure you do.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure your family and relatives, everybody has Cutco knives.
Oh, yeah.
I know. Well, I always say whenever you meet a Cutco salesperson, they're a great salesperson. So that's why you were a great salesperson.
Oh, yeah. I could, obviously I grew a lot here at Planet, but a lot of the skills I had initially were from working at Cutco, and that really helped me get started.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So how was it being a manager when you got promoted? You had peers that kind of in the same group, and then you become a manager. How was that transition for you?
Yeah, I think the initial transition was hard because, like you said, I had a bunch of people on my team who I had just worked with and had just been friends with. So you kind of got to have that conversation like, hey, I'm always going to be your guys' friend, but I'm also now in a leadership position here. So we'll talk about things we can do to make you more money and focus on different things. And you got to set that expectation at the beginning.
Exactly. And I don't know if everyone realizes, but when you become a sales manager or a leader, you kind of build your own team. Why don't you talk a little bit about that? Because I don't know if everybody knows that.
Yeah, so we have to do all of our hiring, and we have to make sure our salespeople are good fits for our team. So one thing that me and Cam focus on when we're interviewing people is whose team is this person going to be best on, and where they have the best seat in our dealership. So it's something we focus on from the very beginning and make sure that it's a good fit.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that until somebody said, well, it's Cam's team or it's Jon's team. And I thought, that's so interesting. So how do you, but that's how you decide. So you interview them both and you're like, this probably be a better fit for here, which is, of course, a win-win.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's going to be,
it helps out. If it's best fit for Cam, it helps out the dealership and ultimately helps out all of us. Because we have a very good team-oriented focus over there where yes, we're on my team and Cam's team, but ultimately we're all with Hyundai.
You're all on the Hyundai team.
Our job's to help everybody.
Right. Yeah. Well, and it also helps a new hire.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because this team isn't the perfect fit, then why would we put him there? You kind of set them up for failure versus setting them up for success.
Exactly.
So I love that.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
And how big's your team right now?
So we have 6 people on my team right now. I think we're going to keep it there for a little bit, maybe till we get in the dealership and we see what's happening. Obviously, we're under construction right now.
I know.
So
they said another month.
Yes. We're at the end.
Month and a half, maybe?
Yeah.
What are you hearing?
The last I had heard was mid-January.
Okay.
So month and a half.
That's what I'm hearing too, month and a half.
Yeah.
But it looks like it's really coming together.
It's looking good. It's looking really good.
Everyone should, at some point, start getting tours, because I haven't had a tour yet on the inside.
Really? Yeah, they took us through about a month ago.
Really?
And then Jamie sent me pictures of all the tile in there.
Ooh, I'm going to have to go through.
Yeah.
I've been waiting.
It's going to look really good.
I can't wait. So everyone's super excited. It will be nice to get out the trailers.
Oh, yeah.
And you guys have worked really hard. I know it has been challenging. I can only imagine.
Yeah, I think the trailer just presented different challenges.
Right.
Because really you're getting the same customers.
Right.
You have the same things going on.
Right.
But where do I park? How do we keep the front lot clean? How do I tell my customers to get here? There's all different skills that we had to develop living in there.
Right. And then everyone maybe is like, well, I had to walk through this mess. And you're like, we're under construction.
Absolutely.
So it's going to be, the great part is you did really well through this construction. And then to have a new store, it's going to be that much easier.
Absolutely.
So I'm sure your bar will be set up way up here.
Absolutely. We're ready to go.
I know. I'm super excited. Now, was there ever a position that you applied for and didn't get?
Yeah.
And do you want to share that with the family?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there was a couple positions. I had interviewed for a finance manager at Hyundai, then a finance manager at Honda. Then a sales manager at Hyundai.
Okay.
Then a sales manager here, actually. So I kind of went back and forth, and didn't get them. And then I think it was my 5th interview with Jamie, and finally got the opportunity, and been loving it ever since.
I know.
So.
Well, I love that story because it shows your perseverance to not give up. And I think that's a great message for everybody because you do learn.
Yeah.
Every time you interview, you learn.
You learn new skills, and you learn... You learn more about yourself also, and what do I need to work on to be in a better position in this next go around.
And I think sometimes people are afraid to apply for whatever reasons. You know, for one is nobody wants to fail and not get the job, but you learn so much, and it also shows, you know, your leaders that I do want this, and I'm going to work really hard to get it. So I'm very impressed that you kept going.
Thank you.
So I think you know that before. I hope you know that.
Thank you.
Because I was like, you keep going, Jon. You're going to get it. And look at you.
Yeah.
You're a star.
Thank you. I
Great
like
team.
to hear that.
You're just moving up.
Let's keep going.
I know. I hear you. So Jon, what would you say to somebody who maybe is not in sales and they want to become a salesperson and work for you? What traits are you looking for? Or what would you say to them?
Yeah. I think, especially if you're not in sales right now and you're coming to us, one of the things I look for is mental toughness.
Okay.
Being able to, I mean, ultimately in sales, we're in a job of failure.
Yes.
You're going to get way more no's than you're going to get yeses. And having that mental toughness to be able to say, okay, I got 3 no's in a row. I'm ready to go for my next one, and being able to reset your mind and keep going. We just talked about it in a meeting today of having grit. So
grit,
grit, mental toughness.
You have to have grit.
Yeah,
I know, it's a great word. I used to tell, we were doing some other sales, I was a manager for another company, and I would tell them, take a paper towel, get it wet, throw it on the wall, it's going to slide down, get another one, and you just keep doing it, and then you'll get a few that will stick, and that's what you have to do.
Yeah,
and it is grit and toughness.
Absolutely.
And I know you guys have fun, and you have contests that kind of keep people motivated.
Yeah, so we have a monthly thing, or like spins that we have. So for every whatever the objective is that month, for every one of those that you get or do, you get a spin, and our salespeople can make money. And
is it a money spin this time?
Yeah, mostly
I know
it's
you
just
could always
money
do different things.
Yeah.
For a while, I'd go over there and you have like games.
Yeah, so
like operation or something one time. I'm like, what are you guys doing over here?
Yeah, we had a lot of different things. We tried a lot of stuff.
It is fun though, but for the salesperson, that it helps them stay motivated too.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, especially when you see that money not just on your paycheck, and with that, what Adam's doing right now is he's giving actual cash to salespeople, and cash always motivates.
Cash motivates. Yeah. That's awesome. Now, what would you say to somebody who wants to maybe get into leadership?
Yeah, I would say it's kind of the same thing of having mental toughness, but just developing on it, and not only doing it for yourself, but for the people around you.
Right.
So if you are seeing other salespeople going through tough times, like what conversation are you having with your peers to get them out of that rut?
That's nice.
Ultimately, as a sales manager, I can't see everything that's happening in the back or on the floor.
Right.
I can only see what's in front of me.
Right.
But other salespeople can see what's going on. So what conversations are you having with the people around you?
Right. And sometimes you hear those seeds where it's like, it's really slow today. We don't have anybody coming in, and then somebody else is like, it is really slow, and actually maybe it's not.
Right.
And just that one little word,
it kind of festers and
it
grows.
does, and then everyone starts thinking, well, it's kind of slow, and your motivation level goes a little bit lower. So it is really important. That's great feedback. Is as a team, go and say,
what can we do for each other? Yeah.
Or it's really slow outside. It's going to get busy. It could get pick up any time. So just stay positive.
Yep.
So
absolutely,
that's awesome.
And also kind of what are you doing with your time if you want those roles? So if you are done making your phone calls at 10 a.m. and you're not doing anything else the rest of the day because it is a slow day, those people aren't going to get promoted as quickly as people are like, okay, what can I do right now to grow or to try to get people in the door? What can I do?
Yeah, that's awesome. So how many phone calls is required for your sales team?
I think the market's shifting a little bit because we're doing a lot more business over text and email.
Isn't it so interesting?
But I want to see people's work plans done.
Right.
So Adam has done a really good job of focusing on what follow-up should be for fresh ups versus internet leads versus phone calls. So we have basically like a 21-day plan for all customers that come in to have follow-up happen. So as long as that's getting done, I'm happy. And then what are you doing past that too? Where are you finding your customers?
Yeah. Well, that's great. Well, I know you guys are had a great month.
Yeah, really good.
And going to have a great December.
We're on our way.
So it's working.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good job.
Absolutely.
Now, I also know you personally a little bit because you've worked with us for a while. How many years has this been now?
And this will be I'm a a little over 9 years.
That's what I was thinking.
So
9 years
next year.
Okay, 10 years. So I've had a chance to get to know you.
Yeah.
Or I always tease and say, watch you grow up.
Yeah.
And of course, Lee loves young people starting and getting married and getting a mortgage because he's like, they're going to keep working hard.
Absolutely.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about your personal life, whatever you want to share with us.
It's actually a Planet story, too.
Okay,
so,
let's hear it.
Me and my wife went to high school together.
Okay.
Never talked. Never even had a conversation with each other. And then I was training a salesperson, and I heard a voice. I'm like, I vaguely recognize that voice. So I look around the corner. I'm like, oh, that's Shannon from high school. So I went over and said hi to Shannon.
Okay.
And we kind of talked for a couple minutes, went our separate ways. And then a month later, after my friend's wedding, she texted me on Instagram. I was like, hey, how was the wedding? I love your dog. And the rest is history. So Planet really reconnected us in a way.
Yeah.
Would have never happened otherwise.
And she's darling. I'm sure you were like, oh, she's cute.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's really cute.
And now we have a kid in the house.
Little Vivian.
And all that. So,
And you said she's 5 months?
5 months.
So cute. I can't wait to see her at Christmas.
Yes.
She's so cute.
Awesome. We just did a little picture of her under the Christmas tree yesterday.
Oh, isn't it adorable?
It's going to be real cute.
So what is she doing now? She's rolling over.
She's starting to roll over. She's throwing herself back and forth, holding her head up, doing all the good things.
Okay, good job. Yeah. Isn't it amazing to watch him grow?
Yeah, it's crazy to think that 5 months ago you didn't do anything. You just sat here and slept.
I know.
And now you're talking and all this.
Is she talking?
Oh yeah, she's starting to mumble her words out. Yeah.
No, has she said any words yet?
No full words
No,
yet,
Dad.
But it's right around the corner.
Are you working on Dad pretty hard?
Oh yeah, it's going to be first.
And what does your wife think about that?
I think she's going to try to convince her for Mama. But we'll see.
Yeah, so she's home, Mama, you come in, Dad.
Exactly.
Well, you have to let us know what she picks first.
I'll let you know.
That's awesome. Now, I know, obviously, with a small child, you might not have a lot of hobbies. Is there anything else that you take time to do?
Previously, before the kid, now that when I had more time, I really like photography. So I like taking pictures.
All right.
We have a dog, so doing that.
Okay.
And got into working out in the last year.
Good for you. Yeah. What do you do for your workout?
Really just lifting weights.
Oh, good.
Lifting weights.
Yeah.
No cardio. But.
Yeah, I don't like cardio either. I only do weights too.
There we go.
I know. And Jamie's like, you need to do cardio.
Jamie loves cardio. I can't do it.
I know. So what do you do? Do you work out at home? Or
we have a gym like a mile away from our house.
Okay.
So we do. Me and my wife just go there.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Well, you're looking buff and good.
Thank you.
Very strong.
Thank you.
That's really good. All right. So, Jon, I happened to see a picture that Jamie showed me of a group of you at the Bronco football game.
Yes.
It was a little bit cold.
Yep.
So I was kind of surprised with what you were wearing.
Yeah, it was. Jamie's a bad influence. Let's say that. But Jamie convinced us to take our shirts off during the 15-degree Chiefs game.
Okay. So, did you paint Broncos on your?
We did not. We were not prepared for this at all. So.
And you all did it.
Yes.
Well, we'll have to get a picture.
Absolutely.
And prove that you did it. It was kind of fun. Now, so I know you guys do some other fantasy football or some gaming, or what else do you guys do that I don't know about?
We have a couple of different fantasy football leagues. We have one with a lot of people on the Hyundai side, and then one with Frank over here.
Okay.
So we're in his league. And then we play video games every once in a while.
All right.
I'm better than Jamie at Call of Duty. So,
okay. Yeah. How often? So you guys probably go home, put the kids to bed, or help with that, and then what do you guys do? Then you go start gaming? Is that the right word?
not immediately. I think one thing that a lot of people need to focus on is like where your time's going. So for me, when I get home, it's 100% family time, and I gotta pour into my wife and my kid and all that, and spend time with them. That way, then when Shannon's tired, I can go play video games.
Okay, okay. And what's your favorite game?
We play a lot of Call of Duty.
Okay.
Yeah, lots of Call of Duty.
So how many people from the Hyundai or the company play this?
We played a couple days ago, and I think we had 7 or 8 people online. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
we're always open to new people too.
Bryn?
Bryn plays. Jose from Genesis. Ryan. Mick.
Okay.
Mick's brother plays with us a lot, and there's a bunch.
And you're usually winning. You're the winner.
I try.
Okay.
Me and Jamie are.
Who's the best? Okay, but you said you're better.
I'm better than Jamie.
Okay, Jamie, there's your challenge.
Let's go. We'll have a live competition for the Planet.
Okay, very fun.
All
right. Now, Call of Duty, is this where you go, and you shoot all the people? Yeah, I really love that. But I know you guys do, and it is fun. It is a fun outlet. It's fun that you guys get to do that.
Absolutely.
Well, Jon, I really appreciate taking time out of your day.
Of course.
To be interviewed. And again, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Watching your career and your personal life. Everything just develop. I feel like, in a way, you're like my son. So even though I know you're not, but it's fun to watch that, because you were pretty young when you started.
Yeah, I was 20. 20.
Right.
Yeah.
So it has
almost
been.
30 now.
I know. And I'm just very proud of you. You've done a fabulous job all the way around. So good job. Keep going.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Let's do it.